Okay, so with all that being said, I skipped over two major components of the year that are very important for me to talk about. First and foremost, one of the questions that I got more times than not with regards to real estate within the city of Chicago was, is Chicago experiencing a mass exodus? Are we losing the love for our city and moving to the suburbs, moving out of state, moving somewhere else that's less condensed? That was a question that I got time and time and time again. The short answer is no. Chicago is not experiencing a mass exodus. What we did experience was this. We saw that Chicagoans had priorities change, right? I talked about it before, COVID-friendly features. So the things that we saw happen was that people decided that perhaps high-rise living wasn't as important to them, especially if they didn't have to prioritize a short commute to the office. So as I talked about before, in not talking about our downtown, we did see that we had a lot of people move out of the downtown because it didn't necessarily have the needs to accomplish what they were looking to accomplish with their housing. People didn't feel the need to pay a premium for space because of the location proximity to work. People weren't willing to pay high assessments for amenities, much of which were closed down for the year they didn't feel comfortable in. So we did see quite a few of our homeowners reprioritize some of their needs and move from our urban downtown to our urban neighborhoods. That was one of the trends that we tended to see. Another thing that we saw a lot of our people that absolutely loved living in the downtown of the city start to look to second homes, right? Our travel patterns were changing. We were no longer flying out of the country, out of the city. So what we found is a lot of our downtown residents and residents of Chicago said, I want a little getaway within a short commute to Chicago. Second home purchases within a short ride of the metropolitan city skyrocketed. Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, Iowa, all of these areas saw that homeowners were looking to get second homes, a place to get out of the city for a little bit. They could work remotely more, so having something that they could go to and maybe spend a little bit more time at became a priority. The group of people that we saw decide to pack up and leave the city and leave all parts of the city tended to be the people that had it in their plan anyways. We had people that had it in their plan to stay in the city for another 1 to 5 years. I would say a large group of this were young families that were okay to be in small quarters based on the fact that they were enjoying the lifestyle of what they loved about living in the city. But all of a sudden, if you took away all of the aspects that they really enjoyed about the city, cramping a family of 4 into a 1,400 square foot, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo just didn't feel as appealing anymore. So a lot of those people that had it in their plans already to move out of the city, those people decided to expedite their plans. And they decided to maybe make that transition before they had really wanted to. But I wouldn't say that what we felt was a mass exodus from the city. If anything, I feel like Chicagoans really banded together throughout this and found even a stronger love for their city. So it was an interesting thing to see, but that is one of the questions I get quite a bit. The other question, the elephant in the room that I didn't talk at all about. Obviously, in 2020, we came to terms with the fact that we have had certain social and civil issues ingrained in our lives for centuries. And a lot of this was brought to the surface in 2020. And I am thrilled that as hard as it has been to watch and live and be a part of this, I'm thrilled that this has come to the surface. And it are things that are causing change. What did that do to our real estate markets? For the most part, the impacts that we saw really impacted the downtown market. As I talked about, I'm not going to talk too much about that. Our markets, our more neighborhood-based markets, had minimal impact because of all the all of the social and civil unrest that we've seen throughout the year, whether related to Black Lives Matter or related to the strong civil division in our country based on politics. But we didn't see too much impact based on those two sectors. I did want to just touch on that because obviously they're both very important topics for us. But our actual real estate markets, the impacts that they were was a little bit of hesitancy in certain markets, but in the big picture, we didn't see too much impact.